The Sentinel Homes Premier Hockey League is proudly brought to you by Hockey New Zealand in association with Sentinel Homes, Vantage Windows and Doors, Computer Concepts Limited, Sky Sport, your home for hockey, and Sport New Zealand. The Sentinel Homes Premier Hockey League, live.
Well, welcome to Hamilton for coverage of the grand final of the 2020 Sentinel Homes Premier Hockey League, the inaugural competition here in New Zealand. And this is the game that matters the most, the grand final between the Northern Tridents and the Central Falcons. The Northern Tridents encompassing areas Northland, North Harbour and Auckland, and the Central Falcons, the lower half of the North Island, basically from Hawke's Bay, Taranaki, right the way down to Wellington. We have black sticks all over the park in this game today. There's 18 Vantage Black Sticks players, all not only trying to win the title for their team, but of course wrapping up a spot in the national squad, which is going to be confirmed in a couple of weeks. Glenn Lamas, my name, Sam Charlton, injured Black Sticks player with us at the moment. And we've just been discussing off air, Sam, I don't know whether we should reveal this to the viewers, but we're undecided, genuinely undecided as to one who actually might win or even who's heading into this final as the favourites.
I think both teams have been really dominant. They're probably the two teams that really stood out from the start. They got going quite quickly early on in the tournament, and they both play really similar styles too. That expansive play, really strong defensively, but those sort of youthful, dynamic players through the midfield and the attack. So yeah, I think it'll be an exciting game to watch. Yeah, both teams like to play with speed as well, and it'll be interesting to see if that materialises today in these weather conditions, Sam. It's still threatening, and even though we've just had like a 15-minute period where we haven't had much rain, I get the feeling as I look out west, it looks pretty gnarly out there, and I think we're in for a wet game of hockey today. Yeah, unfortunately, I think it is settling in a bit. It makes for a better game if it could hold off, but yeah, we'll just kind of have to see how that unfolds a little bit. Well, we've got some great players out there. We just saw a shot of Stacey Mickelson, who sat out of yesterday's game for the Northern Tridents. But Kayla Whitelock's on the other side of the pitch for the Central Falcons, two absolute legends of New Zealand hockey going at it, and it's going to be a really good battle between those two, and hopefully they'll go one-on-one a few times in this game. Yeah, you've got two of New Zealand's best players in Kayla and Stacey, which is super exciting. So Northern Tridents, Stacey Mickelson back in the lineup today. So too is Steph Dickens, another Black Sticks defender, number 6. Both of them rested from the game yesterday, and all, as I touched on, another 6 Black Sticks players playing today, including the Dorr sisters, Kirsten Pearce, Ella Gunson, and also Brooke Roberts, the goalkeeper. Northern Tridents come into this having won 3 of their 6 games, 1 draw and 2 losses. So a couple of losses hampering the Tridents a little bit. They were still good enough to make the final. Now the Falcons lineup. Missing out today is number 3, Estelle McCarty, and number 10, Holly Pearson, who's been injured all the way through. Haven't seen the Black Stick striker play this week. But the Central Falcons pretty much at full strength, and much will hinge once again on players like Kayla Whitelock, the captain, Megan Hull, who's been playing really well in the defending position, and of course Olivia Shannon up front. And that's what they're playing for, the Sir Owen Glenn Trophy, the inaugural champion to be decided in this game today. That rain really sweeping in from the west once again. It's been in complete contrast to yesterday's weather, where we have beautiful sunny skies. But today it is, well, a day to stay inside unless you're playing in a hockey grand final, eh, Sam? Yeah, absolutely. I don't think it'll bother the girls too much. They'll just be keen to get out there. We see a lot of smiles still on the faces of the girls, so I don't think it'll bother them. No, it's funny what happens when a trophy's at stake, particularly when you're talking the elite level of sport where everyone just loves to win. And we're about to get the two teams introduced to a hearty crowd here.
So the umpires for the game, the grand final, Amber Church from Gisborne. She's going to be off to Tokyo next year as an umpire. And Lani Jackman from the Waikato, though they are the umpires for this grand final. And let's have a good look at these two lineups. We'll run through the teams for you. 750 Black Sticks caps in the Tridents team, 583 in the Falcons, and 35 of those go to the keeper, Georgia Barnett. Kelly Carline is the other keeper in the team, the New Zealand under-21s keeper from 2019. Kayla Whitelock, the captain. Casey Crowley, Caitlin Cotter, you just saw run past. Megan Hull, been fantastic for the Falcons in defence. Jessica Kelly, an under-19, under-21s player from a 2019. Number 9 is Kiriana Waido-Hunter. Hope Ralph running onto the field here, a young player who's already played for New Zealand. There's Olivia Shannon, the New Zealand under-21 player of the year. Michaela Curtis has been in good form, wearing 13 for the Falcons. Ruby Logan and Felicity Reedy, two young players who are on the rise. Aniwaka Roberts, the 31-year-old, bit of a veteran player these days, but been playing very well. Riley Knapp, Jenna Ray McIntyre, the 19-year-old, number 18, and the team finished by Emma Rainey, Rebecca Baker, one of the youngest players, and she's been in good form too, and Kelsey Smith, who's coming up to 100 games for her country. That is the Central Falcons lineup, who finished top of the table with 4 wins and 2 draws. Haven't been beaten in this competition. Now the Tridents lineup. Brooke Roberts, 6 games for the Black Sticks, and she's backed up by Madeline Williamson, another player who's represented New Zealand at underage level. Ella Hyatt-Brown and Rose Tynan's been in good touch. Number 4 up front, got a lethal backhand. Izzy Gill, solid defender. Steph Dickens, who's been in excellent touch. She's sharing the captaincy with Stacey Mickelson in the squad, but Mickelson has the captain's armband today. Catherine Moffat, Clodagh McCullough coming on the field, number 10, just 22 years of age. Erin Goad, Madison Dorr, Kayla Reed, Ella Gunson form the next group of players. There's Kayla Reed there, who's 21 years old, from the North Harbour. Gunson, 221 games for the Black Sticks. Katie Dorr, at the start of her career, just 18 years of age, already played for New Zealand. Kate Ivory, Olivia Crum gets a chance today. Tyler Lynch, feature of her game is just speed. Sophie Hildersley, who got a goal for the Northern Tridents in an earlier game, and Kirsten Pearce rounds out the lineup. There are the two coaches, Darren Smith for the Falcons, June Menezes for the Tridents, and the start of the game is coming right up after this.
A new home is one of life's great adventures. Sentinel will help you enjoy the journey. Sentinel Homes. Design, build, enjoy.
Goal
Here we go, folks. It's grand final of the Premier Hockey League, the Sentinel Homes Premier Hockey League for 2020. Wish I could say it was glorious conditions for this game, but it's far from it as the Falcons, wearing the black and the yellow, get the game underway. These two teams have met twice in this competition, and the first game was a draw, 2 goals all, which was won by, well, the shootout won by the Tridents, and then the second game was won by the Falcons, 2-1, with Caitlin Cotter getting the winner in the last quarter, and straight away the Falcons are onto the attack. So not much between these two teams, and of course the spanner in the works is Stacey Mickelson, who form's as good as ever, Sam, but she was in the Tridents team when they lost to the Falcons, so the Falcons have got that belief that they can do it.
Yeah, I think we can expect a pretty expansive attacking game from both teams today. You know, they've got those players that love to run with the ball and cause havoc, so I expect to see a lot of opportunities, a lot of fast play down both ends of the field. So
Mickelson's wearing 8 for the Tridents. She's only played in 3 of the 6 games, but has scored 5 goals. She has been, well, she's actually the leading scorer of the tournament, and she's only played half the games. The leading scorers in the Falcons team are Hope Ralph and Olivia Shannon. Both have 4.
Yeah, it's pretty impressive to score that many goals in so little games, and you can actually see that they've just put her up a little bit higher in the field today, so usually she sits in that right midfield position, but the Trident starting with her in a forward position today, so maybe electing to use some of that goal scoring prowess.
And not far away, marking her, is Kayla Whitelock. So the 2 veteran players. Of course, Mickelson, remember, is the most capped Black Sticks player of all time. And Whitelock herself is in the top 10 for both goals scored and caps as well. That rain really sweeping in as Katie Dorr switches it over to Steph Dickens, back after resting yesterday. And she is another player who's been playing very strongly for her team. And now Whitelock, as that rain is heavy as it's ever been this afternoon. 3rd and 4th place playoff game was won, if you just joined us, by the Mavericks, 1-0. Megan Hull gets the ball. And now Curtis. Shannon just ahead of her. Now Ralph over to the right. Caitlin Cotter playing very high up the pitch, but she can't catch up with that one.
It'll be interesting to see how the Tridents combine everything today. I think we were talking before, it might be only the first or second game that you've got the likes of Steph Dickens, Ella Gunson and Stacey Mickelson all actually playing together in the same game. So it'd be good to see how they combine and what they're able to produce with those sort of combinations.
Well, I think one thing's for sure, we know how reliable Dickens and Gunson are. They're so solid at the back, aren't they?
Yeah, they're going to make it tough for those Falcon strikers today. You know, you've got likes of Hope Ralph, Michaela Curtis and Olivia Shannon, who have been playing really well, but I think it will be a bit more difficult for them today to create as many opportunities.
Now Roberts and Hull are in that back line again for the Falcons, and they too have been very solid. So there's some quality all over the park, and that's a lovely touch from Cotter, and away goes Kelsey Smith, plays an early ball in, but it's been lifted and it's gone against Kelsey Smith. Gunson. Now Mickelson with her first chance to run at it, and there's Whitelock winning that little duel. Those two are going to go at it all game. It's going to be really interesting to see who gets on top there.
Yeah,
I'm going to go on the edge of a credit card. It's not going to fall one way or the other, Sam.
No, I think each player will kind of have their moments. You can just see there the Falcons using 2 players to actually tackle Stacey. So Hope going in there for the first one, and Kayla just picking up the scraps in behind. So maybe just watch to see if that's a feature of how they choose to defend a player like Stacey Mickelson, trying to get 2 defenders on her.
Hull is going to play this wide out to Smith again. Smith into the circle. Kelsey Smith marked by 2 Tridents players, and that was pretty clever from Kelsey Smith.
Yeah, really smart and patient play. She knew that she couldn't see her other attackers there, didn't have vision of the goal, but could see that there was those two Trident players there, and Steph just nice and low, but Kelsey able to put it on her foot.
Kelsey Smith, well, of course, like yourself, is coming back from injury. Bit of a slow start, you might argue, when we were here a few weeks ago, but she seems to be coming into form nicely now.
Yeah, she's had a pretty tough run, coming back from an ACL and then having her back hamper her a little bit in her return. So, yeah, she's doing really well to be out there and won a PC first up.
So Hull lurking. Whitelock, they go short this time, and now Hull gets a shot. Oh, she didn't get the timing at all. Megan Hull, she has scored from a penalty corner in this competition, but the Falcons have scored 13 goals and only one has come from a penalty corner. Hull concedes the free hit.
Yeah, the Falcons just choosing to play it around the defensive players, which is not surprising considering they've got the likes of Stacey and Ella in the penalty corner defence for the Tridents. You know, two of the world's best penalty corner defensive players, so they are going to have to be a little bit creative in the way that they try and get the ball on target.
This is White Hunter. That's good play from her. Smith, who's been influential early in this contest. Right to the edge of the circle comes Kelsey Smith. There's the cross. Penalty corner conceded once again by the Tridents. And this attack down the left-hand side is bearing fruit at the moment.
Yeah, Kelsey Smith really strong as a left-handed player here. You can just see her getting the ball out in front, out of the way of that defensive player, and a really nice solid cross, you know, good heat on the ball, good connection, and just putting that defence under pressure.
Well, this is what the Falcons would have been hoping for, the experienced Black Sticks players in their team stepping up. And so far, Kelsey Smith has got a tick next to her name. And here comes the penalty corner again, and Hull is going to go direct here, or go for the deflection. It's gone in. It's the deflection. And there's the early goal for the Falcons. I think that might be Jessica Kelly who's got it in. She's got a big smile on her face, Jessica Kelly, and is going to run to the sideline here.
Yeah, great execution. You can see just a little bit of a bounce from Megan Hull, so it just gets through that defensive player, and then a great touch on that wide right deflection there from the attacker. So great work by the Falcons.
Well, we'll just wait for confirmation. Could actually be McIntyre who's deflected that in, number 18. It was 18, so McIntyre gets the goal. So well done to McIntyre. A young player who scores her first goal of the championship, but she's only 19. She's the pride of South Canterbury, playing for the Falcons. So there'll be a few people down in South Canterbury and Timaru at the moment who'll be very happy with seeing Jenna Ray McIntyre get on the score sheet.
Yeah, it was a great touch by her, and she made it look really easy, and it's not always an easy skill. There's a lot of players in front of you, so often you actually can't see the ball coming until it's on your stick and going into the goal. So just being nice and low and in the right position there sort of gets you that good touch.
It's nicely brought to deck by McCullough as the Tridents come into the circle. Barnett called on here, and Cotter will clear. But what a start to the Falcons. They touched on that. Only scored one goal from a penalty corner in the tournament so far.
Yeah, it'll give them a bit of a boost of confidence. And it's always interesting to see how an early goal kind of impacts the game. It can sort of go both ways. You know, it might mean that the Falcons relax a little bit, which wouldn't be ideal for them, but it also it might spur up the Tridents a little bit, you know, get them going and sort of get them into the game a little bit more.
Well, you know what we've also got at the moment, Sam, and I tell you folks, if you've been watching the hockey today, it's not an illusion. This is sun here in Hamilton.
Great to see the sun coming along to the game. Perfect timing.
Chance to dry out, perhaps. The umbrellas are down for the meantime as Katie Dorr comes towards the circle. Good little pass. Here's a chance for Pearce. Couldn't get the shot away. She had a chance there, Kirsten Pearce. Now she's looking for a penalty corner, but she's cramped, and that's excellent defence by the Falcons. Cotter's lost it, though, and Gunson comes forward. No, that's Moffat, in fact, and now Lynch. She's quick. Tyler Lynch. Pearce drifts out wide a little bit, and now Hull in the corner for the Falcons. It's a good play from Hull and from Roberts. Now Reedy trying to win a free hit for the Falcons, and she's done just that. Been impressive young player, Rebecca Baker, number 20. And now over on that far side was Rainey. Couldn't get the ball to Olivia Shannon.
Yeah, great play by there from Rebecca Baker just to open up the other side of the field.
I think Baker could actually be the youngest player here this week, and I know there's a few people talking about Rebecca Baker, excited about what she might bring to New Zealand hockey in future years.
Yeah, here she's a fit wee player too, and it takes a lot of confidence just to break in field like that and want to pass it to the other side of the field, so good to see her getting involved early on in this game.
Long corner, conceded. Well, the Falcons are doing an excellent job to keep the ball away from Mickelson as well at the moment. And now on the edge of the circle. What a run here. Well, penalty corner again for the Falcons. And those circle entries have been very, very effective.
Yeah, and that's Rebecca Baker there getting involved. Just a nice set of skills on the baseline. Just being super patient, waiting for an opportunity just to force an error from the Tridents. It's just come up off Elegance's stick there.
Yeah, Rebecca Baker from Wanganui, up at Auckland University at the moment. And she's only 18 years old. Doesn't turn 19 until March. I know our another commentator we've had, Tina Belkake, has been very impressed with her actually. So let's have a look at the Falcons. Well, they're going for that play again as Shannon comes back to the circle. That's beautifully defended. It's Gunson, I think, through the Hannibal Lecter mask. And that's beautifully touched there from Rose Tynan. She's got Lynch on her left. Tynan right to the edge here. Well, she didn't look for a teammate as it was saved by Barnett. Now Mickelson, look out, here she comes. Oh, tackle from Ralph. She'll remember that one.
Yeah, great flat stick tackle there from Hope Ralph. I think Rose Tynan will be disappointed she couldn't do more with that ball there. She did have that player on the far post, so just trying to maybe catch out Georgia and go for that near post option.
Well, Curtis gives away the free hit, and it's taken quickly, and now Mickelson, the centre of the field. Gives it out to Lynch. Plenty of Falcons players back in defence, though. But Lynch into the circle. Crosses it. Oh, just back a little bit too far there from Madison Dorr.
Yeah, both teams wanting to kind of work on that counter-attack in this first quarter, winning the ball and trying to get it going quite quickly. So it makes for quite an exciting game. Kind of goes up and back, and I think it'll possibly start to tire some of the players out soon, but it's good, exciting hockey to watch.
It has. It's been good pace, hasn't it, from both teams? And now Kelsey Smith, she'll run all day. Here's Cotter. Kelly in there. Curtis. Kelly, just eludes her stick. And it's scrambled to safety by the Tridents. They've been under pressure in their circle.
Yeah, they've done well, the Falcons. Just good entries along the baseline, but able to connect quite well. I think in the last game we saw a lot of those balls sort of fizzle out, but they're creating good opportunities from difficult angles, so it's good to see.
Well, Tynan, Whitelock not aware that she was just behind her. So Tynan, nice little steal there for the Tridents. Good frenetic start to the game.
Yeah, and I think you often see that with finals. It's either one way or the other. Both teams are a bit subdued and a bit nervous, or they kind of have that real frenetic energy and run around a lot in the first quarter. So I do think we'll start to see the pace maybe slow down a little bit as both teams get settled. But it's always good to watch the start of the first quarter of a final.
Ivory's little flick pass. Nice little move there from Pierce. It's a reverse, but Tynan wasn't there. It's been good play so far from both teams. Both had opportunities as the Tridents now through Goad. And there's a nice little one-touch. Now Tynan on the reverse. Still there. And everyone just stopped for a second.
Yeah, maybe thinking that a free hit was going to come or a penalty corner as it kind of went into the air. But really nice timing there from Rose just to jump in front. On the ball in a good position.
Nicely cut out by Ivory. Here in Goad. This is Hope Ralph now for the Falcons. McIntyre came off her foot. She's the goal scorer in the game if you've just joined us. Nice turn there from Ella Brown. Katie Dorr surrounded by three Black Sticks players, but she wins a free hit.
And to see some nice connections starting to open up with the Tridents players as well, the likes of Ella Hite-Brown, Katie Dorr, Stacey Mickelson. You'll see they start to work off each other really nicely and kind of move off the ball. So I think that'll be a big feature of their game.
comes from Hyatt Brown, and now Gunson. Rather, that was Dickens. Whoops. Now Gunson, jeepers. You won't see that very often.
No, Mickey's picked up on that, but you watch, Ella will chase her down. She won't let her get away.
Oh, Whitelock in there trying to win it, and Gunson. She makes up for that mistake, and Mickelson controls that superbly, and now could open up for Stacey Mickelson. She runs at the defence, squeezes between defenders. No free hit. She glares at the umpire, and now Shannon has it. Shannon loves to run with the ball as well. Good tackle from Dickens this time.
Great timing from Steph there. Important wee tackle to make.
Now Mickelson again, running at Megan Hull. Mickelson into the circle, looking for a penalty corner, but Hull's got it. She'll relish the opportunity to try and stop Stacey Mickelson as well.
Yeah, again, you can just see the Falcons getting numbers around Stacey, so make it really difficult for her, asking her to beat 2 or 3, 4 players sometimes.
Ivory gives it to go, can't quite get there. Into the last minute of this first quarter. It's been excellent so far. Pierce concedes the free hit. Waito Hunter has it. Pierce didn't retreat 5 metres. Almost collected one in the head there too.
Yeah, that's the danger. If you don't get 5, you might get it in the body or the face. So good just to get back.
Curtis. Just happy to play it down there. Remember the Falcons leading 1-0. But asking the Tridents to come back from deep inside their own half with just a few seconds to go. Curtis just, I guess, backing their defence to keep the Tridents out. It may backfire that tactic as Mickelson picks up the loose ball. No, she has run out of time. So end of the first quarter been really entertaining, and it ends with the Falcons leading by 1-0 with Jenna Ray McIntyre getting the goal. Well, even though the Falcons are ahead, Sam, it still feels like the Tridents are more than capable of putting opportunities away.
Yeah, I think the Falcons put the Tridents under pressure quite early on and obviously resulted in that goal. You can see there that the Falcons have had more possession than the Tridents, but more circle entries for the Tridents. And I think you can see that in the last sort of 5 to 7 minutes, the Tridents have put a bit more pressure on and aren't quite getting those opportunities, but I think one of them will probably fall for them soon.
Yeah, 11 circle entries from only 44% possession. That's pretty good, isn't it?
Yeah, it's really good, and I think that's kind of credit to those that dynamic play they have in the midfield. So they've got the people who can carry the ball, but they're also able to make really nice passes in between their midfielders. So I think if they can just keep working on that and make sure that their attackers and strikers get in really nice positions, they'll start to open up a few opportunities.
The Mavericks, remember, won the 3rd and 4th place playoff game, 1-0 over the Alpiners. Here is the goal again. Hull it was, beautifully positioned to Jenna Ray McIntyre, who deflected it home. Had a bit of traffic to get through that ball.
Yeah, and it's just that lift on the ball that Megan Hull puts on that pass there, and there's a couple of players in the likes of Kelsey Smith and Felicity Reedy running in there and making it difficult for, I think it's Erin Goad, to see the ball, so just able to get it through to that unmarked player on the right post.
Yeah, fantastic play from the Falcons. So they got the first goal of the game in this grand final. So the Mavericks getting 3rd, the Alpiners 4th. Still plenty of hockey to be played in this game, though. And the weather has definitely lifted now, which is very good for all the players and spectators here. And hopefully that will be the last of the rain today. Moffat and Gunson. Steph Dickens. Hyatt Brown plays it forward. Lynch, very fast. Here she goes again. Tyler Lynch, can she cross it in? And Baseline just came up a bit fast for her.
Yeah, unlucky there. You can see her starting to use some of those nice 3D skills she has. So not only can she run fast, but really capable of carrying the ball in the air, which makes it difficult for defenders to make the tackle.
Almost lost over the sideline there by Casey Crowley. In fact, here is Hype Brown again. Now Mickelson scoops it over to Hype Brown, who just can't quite catch up with it. So yes, this is the climax, the conclusion of the women's competition. Don't forget, we'll be back here on Wednesday for the second round robin of the men's competition. So plenty of hockey to come. And that's a great pass from Hope Ralph up to Cotter. Cotter keeps it in the circle. Curtis just eludes her in front of goal.
Yeah, nice timing there from Mickey. You can see that she just held behind that defender, and once Caitlin flicked the ball across the face of the goal, she comes along the baseline here. You can just see that she pops into that space quite late, and if she makes that connection, pretty good goal scoring opportunity. Absolutely.
Oh, who's got a green card here? Oh, Whitelock's got the green card. The umpire actually pulled all three out there, didn't she? Red and yellow as well. And make sure she had to get the right one.
Bit of a lottery, see what comes out there.
So Whitelock off the field, and this will energise even more the Tridents.
Yeah, not only do they have that extra player, but someone like Kayla, she really holds the team together and sort of runs what the Falcons do. So it's really important here that, you know, someone like Megan Hull kind of...
Oh, Pearce, brilliant! Kirsten Pearce, crash ball from Moffat from the sideline. And Pearce has equalised, and boy, have they taken advantage of Whitelock getting the green card.
Absolutely, and that's a great goal from Kirsten Pearce. A lot of hand-eye coordination required in that skill. You can just see it pops up here, and that's Kirsten Pearce at her best. I think we saw her score a goal like that in the first round, kind of in front of goal in the air, and she loves those sorts of goals, you know, up in the air around her face, just tapping it in behind Georgia. Pretty difficult to stop, really.
I wouldn't want to play her in table tennis. I reckon she'd be pretty mean with that little bat.
I think so.
1-1 is the score. So well done to Kirsten Pearce. That's her third goal of the tournament. And a perfect time to level the game up with the Falcons down to 10 players. And the Tridents are hungry for more, of course.
Yeah, you can hear Kayla still directing from the carded chair down there. So yeah, it's super important that someone like Megan Hull or one of those defenders sort of takes that role of calming everyone down, making sure they hold the ball, and just ensuring they've got that nice defensive structure, which we can see just got completely opened up there by the Tridents.
Dickens. Oh, Ivory's not going to catch up with that one. And now, Kiriana Waito-Hunter. 21-year-old Wellingtonian. Has come through the age groups for New Zealand. Played for both New Zealand under-18 and under-21s, and bounding the ball here to Megan Hull. Hull around Mickelson. Whitelock back on the field now. There are the two veterans going at it one-on-one there. And it's Mickelson that concedes the free hit this time. There goes a big power play from Whitelock. Hoping that Cotter could just sneak into that circle and just get a little deflection.
Yeah, that's a feature of the Falcons game. They've got those great ball deliverers and the likes of Kayla and Megan Hull and Aniwaka Roberts. They're able to find those searching balls forward, and we've seen some great goals. I think Hope Ralph scored a fantastic deflection in the first round, so I think they'll be looking for a few of those opportunities. Oh,
Whitelock stolen the ball here. Cotter's free in the middle if she can get her the ball. Mickelson concedes the free hit, but it was one that really needed to be conceded by Mickelson, because Whitelock had Cotter open. Baker down to Curtis. Moffat, good tackle. Well, Moffat with that big crash ball in at the other end of the pitch a short time ago, and now made an important stop there, having a good game.
Yeah, she's been a key defender for the Tridents as well, particularly with Steph and Ella not always being there. She's sort of had to play in more of that central role at times, and yeah, been doing really well, kind of holding that defence together.
Moffat from North Harbour captain. She is playing the ball there to Katie Dorr. Gunson. Moffat. That's a good touch to herself. Look at all the space down there for Moffat. Sweeps it in, but this time it's cut out by Hull. Mickelson's won the ball back. And here she comes, Stacey Mickelson into the middle of the field. Slightly difficult bouncing ball there, but it's well dealt with by Riley Knapp. Kelly.
Yeah, some great tackles from both sides. You can see Stacey. Megan thinks she's away with that intercept there, and Stacey just puts the burners on and steals the ball back off her. So, yeah, I think we can expect to see that quite a lot in this game.
Moffat. It's Katie Dorr again. There goes the crash ball into the centre, and it's not got enough angle on it. So 1-1 the score remains. Still plenty of time left in this second quarter. Whitelock, such an accurate passer of the ball. It's Rainey playing it forward to Reedy, but she's been dispossessed by Gunson. Gunson just delayed the pass really well, didn't she, in Pearce?
Yeah, lovely play for Ella. Just letting Kirsten Pearce get into a better space there and setting her up for a really nice pass.
Pearce coming into her own now. She's playing well in this final. There goes the reverse crash ball from Ella Gunson.
Yeah, it's important to give strikers opportunities early on, I think, in the game. I think if they're sort of starved to that position, it can feel like they're not quite in the game. But when someone like Kirsten Pearce scores early, it just gives her that bit of confidence, and you start to get a bit more involved and a bit more stuck in.
Well, it's still breezy here in Hamilton, but who would have known it was pouring with rain like 15 minutes ago.
Yeah, we've got the sun, but the wind's come along with it, unfortunately.
It's drying our close out, which is good. It's trying to pitch out too as the Falcons go close to another goal, saved by the keeper, Roberts. Still there. Oh, it's just wide. What's that, a penalty stroke?
Yeah, I think it's just possibly hit Steph Dickens on the line there, putting her body as Brooke Roberts is caught out. But great early saves from Brooke Roberts. She's done pretty well to keep the ball out there.
Gee, there was some heat there for Roberts. Well, you do anything to stop it from going in that situation, don't you, Sam?
Yeah, absolutely. You kind of just have to get in the way of the ball, and although a stroke, most of the time ends up being a goal, it does put a little bit of pressure on that attacker.
So here's Whitelock against Brooke Roberts. 2-1. Whitelock converts the penalty stroke. It's just the second penalty stroke we've had in the championship. Katie Dorr, I think, from memory, missed the first one for the Tridents in an earlier match, but there we are. It's the Falcons now leading 2-1.
Yeah, and a little bit against the run of play there, you'd say. I think the Falcons have been struggling to get the ball up the end in their attacking third, and Tridents have probably had the better of the last 5 or so minutes, so they'll be disappointed to concede that at this stage.
So Whitelock gets on the score sheet. That's our first goal of the championship. So 2-1 now the score. And now Ralph. Nicely intercepted by Moffat, who's having a good game. Dickens to tidy up.
Lovely play by Steph there, under a lot of pressure from those 3 attackers, but able to just get Tyler away and create a little opportunity here on the right-hand side.
Now Goad. But it's Emma Rainey sneaking it off. And then delicate little pass to Cotter. Whoops, Cotter tackled herself there. The sideline came up on her, and now Hyatt Brown leaps away. Goad will crash, flick it in fact, and it's just come off the leg there of one of the Falcons players, so it'll be a free hit. Well, that didn't go to plan. Shannon Hasn't really had any opportunities in the game yet.
No, we haven't seen her with the ball much. And again, Steph Dickens there, just really nice timing to step up as that attacker's receiving the ball. Makes it really difficult for them to get their head up. So she's doing really well on there, Steph Dickens.
Hull. Controlled there by Ruby Logan. 22-year-old Wellingtonian. And it's been taken away now, Mickelson. Fires it out to Hyatt Brown on the edge of the circle. That might be Rose Tynan. Into the side netting. It was Rose Tynan.
Yeah, nice little variation there from Rose. Often you see, you know, girls just winning a PC or flicking it across the face, but just getting the ball up in the air and trying to nip it over Georgia Barnett's shoulder.
Now it's deflected high. It's going to be another free hit for the Tridents. High Brown to take this one. Lynch. All the Falcons players back behind the ball, including Olivia Shannon, but she's been beaten there by Kate Ivory, who brings a nice spraying run into the circle. But no panic from the Falcons there, was there? They just all stood there.
Yeah, good set of defence there, and you can see good defence and just setting up their attack really nicely.
Cotter. Into the circle comes Caitlin Cotter. Curtis is the target. Can't deflect it past Roberts. But there was good scrambling from, I think that's McCullough out there. Just put her body in the way here.
Yeah, she's done well there. Just to get a little touch there, and Mickey's a quick player, so she's obviously done pretty well to keep up with her.
Ralph gives it to Whitelock. Here's Shannon. Curtis, great pass. Curtis bangs it home. What a cracking goal. That is how to do it.
Lovely finish from Mickey Curtis, and a great pass too from Olivia Shannon. She's put Mickey Curtis into space there. Really lovely finish.
That was fantastic hockey. And it had a great finish from Curtis.
Absolutely, it's what you love as a striker, seeing it go top corner of that netting. Just seeing the goalie come out there, stay low. Mickey's just tripped it up over her.
Curtis gets her second goal of the championship. And the Falcons have got a nice measure of control over the Tridents now, haven't they? 3-1 with 3 to play until half-time. And the Falcons are playing very well, Sam, aren't they?
Yeah, they are. The Tridents have had their fair share of opportunities, but you'd say the Falcons have been much more clinical as they've gone forward. They've got better opportunities. They've been able to actually get shots on target and, yeah, just finishing off the ones that they get.
Shannon. Well, Ralph's picked up the ball. Kelsey Smith coming forward, but Ralph just nudged it a little bit too far. And the Tridents get out of that one. Mickelson, superb control and running ability, as we've seen so many times from Stacey Mickelson, and she flicks it through, but Go just can't catch up with it. But that's the danger of Mickelson.
Absolutely, she's just clean dribbled around 4 players there, and good players too, like Kayla Whitelock. And if you can just get those Tridents players, you know, Erin Go, just to be in that position for that pass, they'll be away with some great goal scoring opportunities.
Roberts. Hull. Logan crashes it into the foot there of Tynan. It's important for the Tridents not to drop their heads here, Sam.
Yeah, there's a long time in the game to go. You know, at 3-1 it can feel a bit tough, but I think they'll still be well in it. With two and a half quarters to go, really, there's plenty of opportunity, and I think with the likes of Stacey Mickelson, who can create something almost from nothing, I think they'll be able to create plenty more opportunities to come.
Shannon picks up the ball. Smith, you know how good she is off her backhand. Here she comes, Kelsey Smith. Still in the field of play. Smith, it just eludes her. And it's gone over the baseline now, and it's still going to be Falcons' ball, though. Boy, another goal here would be like gold for the Falcons as it's flicked in. That was good defending from Ivory.
Really good. Just bouncing, the ball bouncing up there, which makes it very difficult. Easy to just roll onto the shin pad, so she's done well to clear it out there.
Yeah, so close to conceding a penalty corner, but she did well now. Mickelson's got the ball midfield here. Racing forward is Maddie Dorr, but 6 players back for the Falcons. So Mickelson wisely holds it up, waits for some support, but Whitelock gets the interception. Oh, that was good from Kayla Whitelock.
Yeah, she's done really well there, and maybe just a Tridents needing to provide Stacey with a little bit more support there. I know she's a quick runner, but if they can get up quickly and behind her, they can help her and create a bit more going forward.
There it was, tackled, but Crowley playing for the sideline. That should just about do it. And that is the halftime hooter. What a wonderful quarter for the Falcons. 2 goals they scored. Whitelock from the penalty spot, and then Curtis with one of the goals of the tournament. And the Central Falcons looking great at halftime. They're leading the Northern Tridents by 3-1.
A new home is one of life's great adventures. Sentinel will help you enjoy the journey. Sentinel Homes. Design, build, enjoy.
Introducing the new Ford Escape ST Line X. Packed with the latest features so you can get moving, do more, and go further. Now available with the Ford Assured Future Value Finance offer. Simply pick your payment plan, and at the end of the term, choose if you want to keep your Ford Escape, return your Ford Escape, or upgrade to a new Ford. Easy. Ford. Bring on tomorrow.
So, Egypt, exciting.
It's been my lifelong dream to see the sunrise over the pyramids. Oh, it's silly, really.
Not at all. The room, it must be 502.
More than ever, we need our parents to be more supportive
so we can go out there and have some fun.
We're on a mission to find some of our most famous sport parents.
To give our parents some helpful advice.
So do you think he'll be able to help us out?
Absolutely. When I played sport, it was all about having fun.
Talk about the effort they win and not about the fact that they won the game.
Try and encourage our kids to get involved in as many sports as possible.
We want to build kind, strong, resilient athletes.
They see and watch your behaviour all the time. They see everything.
Don't
pressurising and trying to make them improve too quickly.
Kids coming in with a lot of overtraining injuries.
They're not supposed to know how to have the winning mindset at the age of 12.
If they come off that field or come off that court with a smile on their face, then I'm a happy man.
We came up with 10 golden rules
for being an awesome sport parent.
To check them out, go to besportive.kiwi.
Half-time here in Hamilton in the grand final of the 2020 Sentinel Homes Premier Hockey League, and it's the Central Falcons leading by 3-1 goals to McIntyre. That gave the Falcons a 1-0 lead in the first quarter. Pearce equalising for the Tridents, while the Falcons were down to 10 players, with Whitelock off the field with a green card, but she came back on to score from the penalty spot. And then Curtis extending the lead on the Tridents. And it's the Falcons who have a slight advantage in most of those statistical areas. As we head down to Matt Williams now from Hockey New Zealand. Let's get some halftime reaction.
Darren Smith, head coach of the Central Falcons. Your strike line came out attacking with some real speed. Was that a key focus for today's match?
Oh, I mean, there's always a bit of that. You concentrate on a couple of things to attack, but, you know, we understand that Gunston and Dickens are quality players, and Moffat, we've got to use a bit of pace, and certainly in our strike forward line you'd love to see a bit of combination play, us moving the ball so that we're not going into quality defenders and getting dispossessed. Yeah, it'll be an interesting second half, I reckon.
And you've got a 2-goal lead heading into the second half. What do you need to do to close out that match?
The danger is we stop playing. Just got to relax, enjoy, play. You know, I'm sure we can get some more goals and get stuck into a good second half.
Thanks, and good luck for a second half.
Darren Smith there, Black Sticks men's coach, also enjoying his time as the Central Falcons women's coach. Good to see the coaches challenged as well, coaching different teams. Let's find out now how Jude Menezes is feeling from the Tridents, the head coach.
Jude Menezes, coach of the Northern Tridents. You were forced to absorb quite a bit of pressure early on. How do you feel like the side responded to that?
Yeah, I think that we did well to get a goal back and equalise, and then we conceded 2 goals by defensive errors. So we need to make sure we're going on the outside, because that's our strength. We're using the ball to two-touch passes to release the ball early, and we'll be fine. We've got the opportunity to get back into this game if we keep doing the simple stuff.
And what do you need to do in that second half really to get yourselves those 2 goals needed to get back in the contest?
Intensity at the start, raising the intensity, as I said, 2-touch, shift the ball early, get them moving, and then get some outcomes in the circle, because we haven't been able to force a penalty corner yet. So that's the goal now, so try to force some outcomes in the circle.
Thanks, and good luck for the second half.
Thank you very much.
So there we are, Jude Menezes and Darren Smith. Still plenty of hockey to play. Falcons dominating at the moment, Sam Charlton, as we look at the goals. This one from McIntyre, beautifully executed from the penalty corner.
Yeah, really well done. Great ball from Megan. Just a little bit of height, making it tricky for those defenders, and a great touch from the attacker there.
And this goal was great too. Watch Moffat here, belted in, and then some really good finishing skills from Kirsten Pearce.
Yeah, that's Kirsten Pearce special. She loves those little touches in front of goal and makes it look super easy, which it certainly isn't.
And then a goal scramble saw a penalty stroke conceded by the Tridents, which Kayla Whitelock converted, putting it nicely past Brooke Roberts to get a 3-1 lead. Or 2-1 lead that was, and then this goal was a beauty too. Great delivery from Shannon, and Curtis did the rest.
Yeah, and that's a bit of combination play that I'd love to see more from the Falcons. You know, the way that Olivia Shannon, Hope Ralph, Mickey Curtis just pass the ball and work to combine. And a great finish there from Mickey. She's just chipped it nicely over the keeper.
And Shannon showing her versatility too. We've seen her in previous games really like to enjoy the one-on-one battle, get in a bit of space and she'll take it all the way. But there it was good to see her passing to a teammate.
Yeah, absolutely. Just having that balance between knowing when to have a go and put the defenders under pressure, and versus, you know, Mickey's free pretty much on the spot there and giving her the ball.
It doesn't matter how it goes in, it's if it goes in. And it doesn't matter who scores it at the end of the day, as long as the right decisions are made to get the ball in the back of the net, which the Falcons did to perfection on that occasion. So 3-1. So half a hockey game left. And the other thing the Falcons are doing is they did in the last time these two teams met too, Sam. They're keeping Stacey Mickelson fairly quiet.
Yeah, they're just using a couple of players to tackle her at the moment instead of allowing her those one-on-one contests. They're sort of trying to get numbers around the ball and saying that when they do give Stacey space, you've seen her, eliminate 3 or 4 players in a row, and it's just about the Tridents then being able to support that, getting into position where she can pass them the ball and get some good opportunities. So game's far from over. I think we'll see a lot from the Tridents in this half.
And remember, not only is the glory of winning the title at stake here, but of course we've got vantage black six spots in the national squad up for grabs too. As we mentioned through the broadcast, selectors watching all of these games very closely as they narrow down their list of contenders to 25. And that will be announced 10 days before Christmas. Kirsten Pearce gets the second half underway. Tridents trailing by 3-1. Katie Dawes swings it back to Moffat, who got that goal assist in the first half. Dickens. Now Gunson. And now the Falcons will build from the back. You won't want to see the Falcons rest on this lead just yet. I mean, there'll be a temptation there, Sam, won't there? But the problem is if Mickelson can get on the ball and do one of her freakish things, then it's game on again, isn't it?
Oh, absolutely. It's hard when you're 2 goals up not to sort of relax a little bit and let some of those things slip away. And like you say, with the likes of Stacey Mickelson or Nella Gunson, players who are able to break the game open really, really quickly, I think the Falcons need to be really wary of that because they can have 2 goals conceded at the other end before they know it.
Yeah, and then we'll have a real match on our hands once more as Ivory. Well, that's been turned over. Gunson wasn't expecting the ball and Cotter's jumped on it. Shannon ahead. Oh, Cotter's pass doesn't find the mark there. Shannon is a pretty good player. But I don't think the world's best player of all time would have caught up with that one, Sam.
Yeah, pass just a little bit far in front. You can hear Kayla asking her strikers just to get the head of the ball because when Caitlin's running with the ball there, she doesn't have too many options. So,
there's Mickelson once again. Delivering this time to Dorr. Nice run from Katie Dorr. She's playing well in this final. And she created half a chance there.
Yeah, great little carry from Katie. Great pass from Stacey just to open up the other side. And Katie Dorr getting a circle entry, which does put the Falcons under pressure.
Pearce inbounded it, but Shannon has come away with it for the Falcons. Now Cotter up front, and that stick was important from Dickens. If she'd let that one go, I think Cotter was on it. Cotter crosses it, but Pearce is on the ball now, and Mickelson gets a great pass from Pearce. Now's a chance to turn Hull over, but didn't Hull do well?
Yeah, timely tackle there from Megan. I think if she'd let Stacey get away from her, it would have really opened up the field. So great tackles from both defenders, really. You got Steph Dickens making good touches down the other ends and the likes of Megan up the other.
And Gunson gets a beautiful little pass from Moffat. Now Goad. It's accurate into the circle again. This is Tynan. Tynan running right there. Looking for a whistle and doesn't go her way though.
Yeah, lucky from Rose. It was great to see her just slow the ball down a little bit and instead of trying to dish it across the face of the goal, just get her feet around the ball, get it on her forehand and try and open up an opportunity. So I think that's the patience that the Tridents require.
Roberts straight into the stick of Rose Tynan. Go there to intercept it for the Tridents. Gunson under a little bit of pressure. Speed of the pass. Goad. It's better. Now Mickelson. It's a good pass to Gunson. Chance to run to the circle's edge. Maybe even deflect it in. And Madison Dorr was the target, but she didn't get enough power on it.
Yeah, good little build-up play there from the Tridents. You can just see them starting to combine that intent in their pass and unlucky not to get a better opportunity.
So it's the Tridents enjoying a little bit more possession and territory in this second half so far. Whitelock stood on the ball there, didn't she? Or maybe a stick.
Yeah, just got a bit tangled up, trying to put that pressure on early, and yeah, you can see the Tridents are just able to hold the ball up there, attacking in, put the Falcons under pressure, try and open up some space.
Well, Mickelson trying to open up some space now as she dribbles it into the area, but she's won a free hit. Falcons are stacking their defensive end again. Hildersley tried to create space, but Smith has it. Kelly. Back to Kelsey Smith.
The Falcons just struggling to get out of their defensive end a bit at the moment. The Tridents are on them really, really quickly when they turn over the ball, so they're going to have to work really hard to provide some opportunities when they win it.
Mickelson, chance to run at the defence on the circle's edge. Reverses it, and it's deflected away from Whitelock's stick, so it's going to be a long corner.
Yeah, important touch there from Kayla. Stacey's at her best when she's running from left to right and able to put it on her backhand. We've seen some fantastic crosses from Stacey, so really important touch there from Kayla.
But Trident's enjoying a good wealth of possession, but that one didn't go to plan. And now Kelly on the break. Oh, it's gone against her, and now Gunson in space. Mickelson with the touch. That's good play. Very good play coming in here from Emma Rainey. And now Shannon wins the free hit. Rainey, after that excellent play, has it again. Rainey on the ball here. Now Shannon.
Yeah, strong bit of play there from Emma Rainey. She did well just to strength on the ball when those tackles came in and almost getting Olivia Shannon away there.
Yeah, Rainey, very good play from her. New Zealand under-21s player. Again from Wanganui is Shannon. Gives it back to Whitelock, and that's deflected off Gunson's stick. Unfortunately there, Kelsey Smith just couldn't grab the pass. So score remains 3-1. No goal since half-time.
See Kirsten Pearce just hovering up there in the attacking circle, even though it's down the Tridents defensive end. They're really trying to stretch that Falcons press.
How good was that pass from Madison Dorr? She can get it to Pearce. This will be interesting. Pearce with a little deflection, kicked away by Barnett. Penalty corner has gone to the Tridents, their first one of the game.
And I think that's that height there. You know, Kirsten Pearce is sitting there in the circle so that when Maddie Dorr does get the ball, you know, Kirsten's already in that nice attacking position. So great work from the Tridents.
Yeah, the appeals went up and they were answered in the affirmative by the umpires, who've just confirmed it. They just had a little conference.
Yeah, always good to see them just using each other, supporting each other, because it's pretty hard to see everything from one angle when you're in the circle.
So Mickelson will go over to take it now. 2 of her 5 goals have come from penalty corners, where she just snuck to the near post and deflected it in. Dickens and Moffat lurking at the top. Gunson to trap. Goad as well. So Mickelson delivers. It's Goad, and now it's Dickens. Going direct this time. And it's been saved and defended well by the Falcons.
Yeah, and Steph got a good bit of heat on that flick too, so it's a great save. Might even come from Megan Hull on the post there.
Dickens to take it. Oh, the pass not to a blue stick. And now Cotter. Shannon ahead. But haven't we been here before, Sam?
Yeah.
That happened earlier in the quarter.
We've had a few of those from the Falcons today, just not quite getting that connection that we've seen in some of those earlier games. I think that's been a real feature, the way they've been able to combine, but just a couple of those passes sailing in front of those strikers today.
Just a bit too much heat on them. As Reed gives it back to Dickens. Moffat. Well, it's going to be turned over. It's going to be Falcons' ball. This is Casey Crowley. Over the top, Shannon. Wow, she was almost too clever for herself there. Kayla Reed did really well. High Brown. Whitelock will consider herself a little unlucky there.
Yeah, I think she would have been expecting that free hit, and it was well read by Kayla, and would have been pretty dangerous to be in an attacking position from there.
High Brown sweeps it across. High Brown coming forward again. This is Kayla Reed, wide out on the left now. High Brown into Katie Dorr, good tackle coming in. That's Roberts with a beauty. And now Curtis on the break. Shannon ahead of the ball too. As is Baker, who gets it now. Good little pass there to Shannon. Shannon. Good cross. Long corner.
Yeah, nice bit of play there from the Falcons. I think the first couple of quarters we saw the strikers just trying to pass the ball forward a bit too early, but Nikki Curtis there just dropping it back to Kayla and playing in some of those extra players, so they've got those numbers going forward.
Logan played it forward, but just went over the baseline harmlessly, so it's 3-1. Just under 5 to play. That razzle-dazzle of the first 2 quarters. Settled down a bit now. Colour just controls that ball right to Megan Hull, and that was a bit overcooked, that one.
A tough little one to trap there, made it a little bit difficult.
Rebecca Baker's good, but not that good. Actually, I don't think anyone would have been able to control that one.
No, tough one.
Tough one, wasn't it? Kelly. Around Gunson. Curtis. Hope Ralph got good pace and good control. It's out for a long corner.
You'd say the intensity and the pace has probably just dropped off a little bit in this quarter. I mean, which is to be expected. I think we were saying before, 4 games, 5 days. It's been a long time since any of the girls have done that. So third quarter is a tricky part of the match to keep that intensity up.
Well, it's well kept in field there by Baker. Long corner. Baker again. And she's lost control of that one. Now Kirsten Pierce is way up high again. But the Falcons. Plenty of players between the ball and her. Gunson. Ivory. Connection on that one. Let her down, and Baker. Nice little ball to Curtis, who's done well to keep that in the field of play. Gunson can't keep it in, but it will be Falcons' ball. And they'll just ease off the pace a little bit from the long corner as Crowley comes into the circle.
Yeah, the Tridents just under a bit of pressure here, been struggling to get the ball out. I think the Falcons have been pressing quite well and making some good entries into the circle.
Oh, Baker's earned a penalty corner. Hildersley concedes it. Good work from the youngster again.
Yeah, she's done really well, particularly in those baseline sort of positions. It's not easy there to get an outcome, and she's just used her skills nicely and earned herself a penalty corner.
So, this is really important for the Tridents now, isn't it? Don't want to concede here, Sam.
Absolutely. I think conceding here would put them in a pretty tough position.
So it's going to be Curtis to take it. Megan Hull lurks, so does Whitelock. And it's gone straight to Whitelock, deep this time. Whitelock's going to take it into the circle, have another crack here around Stacey Mickelson. It was Mickelson got it. She's got it.
Great hustle there from Stacey to win that ball. And you can just see the Falcons opting to use Kayla outside that 5 metre dotted line, which means that when she comes in, she can actually hit it as high as she wants. So just creating a bit of difference there, I suppose, in the penalty corner option.
Now it's infringement by Roberts. So here's Dorr, Madison Dorr, got a sister next to her. Katie, good play. That needed to be made from Roberts. And now the Falcons can break. McIntyre up. Kelly can't get her the ball though, but Baker up there too, along with Reedy. Now the target is McIntyre. Oh, just away.
Lovely steal there from McIntyre. Unfortunate not to get that on target, but great little piece of skill.
I wondered how near she got it, but she did really well there, McIntyre. Brown back to Gunson. Kate Ivory. Door hustling Ruby Logan. Now Hildersley putting pressure on Megan Hull. Nice composure at the back here by Roberts. Only Waka Roberts is going well, Sam. She's having a very strong game at the back.
Yeah, great little forehand drag there, just to open up the other side of the field, which gives the Falcons a lot of space to attack into.
So last 30 seconds now of this third quarter. No goals in it. And of course, Falcons won't be too disappointed about that, enjoying a 2-goal lead at the moment.
Yeah, and able to maintain it too. You can just see the way that they're just congesting the middle of the field with their press. They're wanting the Tridents to go wide, just like that.
McIntyre got the steal, but the clock was against her. So, 15 minutes of hockey to play, and it's the Falcons in the box seat. No change to that halftime score. They lead at 3-1. Well, what do you do if you're the Tridents now, Sam? You're down by 2. You got to throw caution to the wind at some point. Do you do it now? Do you pull your keeper?
I think you have to at some point, or at least just sort of change the way you're playing. I think, like we just noticed before, the Falcons are really congesting in the middle of the field, which is where all of the Tridents' key players are. You know, Stacey Mickelson, Tyler Lynch, Katie Dorr, they all play in the middle of the field. So, I don't know, maybe you move Stacey to the outside, try and get her the ball a bit more, because you need players like her with the ball on the end of her stick to create opportunities. Or using the outside and then bringing it back in the middle, kind of further up the field. But the Falcons are pressing pretty well and making it difficult for the Tridents.
Here are the stats. Shots on goal dead even. Penalty corners favour the Falcons. Circle entries favour the Tridents, and it's dead even for possession. So, just a fairly even game all round on the stat sheet, other than, of course, the most important stat of all, which is the goals. But what do you do if you're Darren Smith here for the Falcons? I mean, is it all about defence now?
I think the way they press is really important. You obviously want to deny those key players the ball, but equally when they get the ball, it's about actually still having a go. I think when you try and hold too much position at the back and don't go forward with intent, you start to lose a little bit of that focus. So super important the Falcons keep pushing for that 4th goal, because if they score it, puts the Tridents under pressure, but equally they've got to make sure that those key players in Stacey Mickelson and Tyler Lynch, Katie Dorr, Rose Tynan, just try and deny them possession as much as possible.
Well, I can tell you that the keeper has not been pulled by the Tridents. Brooke Roberts still out there. They trailed by 3-1. So here we go, the last quarter of the final. It's the Tridents in the blue, trailing by 3-1. Rose Tynan on the ball here. Right down to the corner she goes. Free hit conceded. Tynan still has it. Reverses it, and it's been collected by Hope Ralph. That wasn't easy to do.
No, and great attacking attempt from Tridents there, you know, straight from the hit off Kirsten Pearce going forward and just letting Rose Tynan have a go. So I think we'll see that. I think we'll see a lot of attack, just trying to put the Falcons under a lot of defensive pressure.
Casey Crowley. Ralph. Yes, with a timely stick, but Ralph concedes the free hit. Doesn't like the call either.
You never do when it doesn't go your way, that's for sure.
Oh, good to see a youngster trying it on with the umpire. The umpires generally win though, don't they, Sam?
Yeah, I mean, they've got the whistle in their hand and they make the decisions, don't they? So I've learned in my time that, you know, being friends with them is better than not.
Yes, indeed. Kelsey Smith. Megan Hull. Playing wide out on the left there. Oh, that's clever. Look at the space Kelsey Smith is in. There's a great pass to Cotter. Player on the inside, Shannon, look out. Brooke Roberts is up. Oh, they've lost it. It's a penalty corner. Gee whiz. I tell you, it was very fortunate for the Tridents that Shannon didn't get a shot away there.
Yeah, I think it was Ella Gunson coming in and making a really crucial tackle quite late. Unfortunately, giving away a PC, but I think if she hadn't have made it, would have been a one-on-one with the keeper.
Wonderful little pass from Cotter, wasn't it? Just had a lovely soft hands pass.
Yeah, and that's probably what they've been lacking a little bit, just those soft hands into space. We've seen some of those passes run away from those strikers a little bit heavy-handed, so great to see Caitlin just adjust that and pop that in there.
So Curtis to deliver once again. There's the target. This time it's going to be Hulder. Slap it. Still there. Just away from Kelsey Smith. Taken quickly too by the Tridents. As we see the replay.
Yeah, Ella Gunson just taking it right on the glove there. She's fantastic in that position and not much gets through that line.
Oh, no harm done at the other end for the Falcons. Time is of the essence for the Tridents. They try to haul back at this 2-goal deficit. It's Dickens. There's Mickelson. Mickelson in control of it. Megan Hull tries to tackle him. Mickelson's got it close to the goal, but Roberts, who's had a very composed match at the back, hasn't put a foot wrong. It's been won back again by Mickelson. Just snuck under the stick there of Kelsey Smith, and it's Kayla Reed trying to get over for the Tridents, but Smith has it. And now Shannon. Cotter ahead. There goes the pass to Cotter, but it's gone wide.
Yeah, Trident starting to put the Falcons under a bit of pressure here. That was a good contest there between Stacey Mickelson and Megan Hull.
Moffat created that one and only goal for the Tridents to Kirsten Pearce. Dorr. Nice shift there. To keep possession for her team. As Gunson goes aerial. McCullough is the player whose trapping skills when the ball's been off the turf has been good.
Yeah, unlucky there. It's a great pass from Ella just into space, and if you can get that trap under control, releasing her in an attacking position.
There's McCullough, and now Katie Dorr in space. Downfield she goes. Will that deflect to a Trident stick? Eventually it does. It's Dickens over there for the Tridents. Wins a free hit. Tyler Lynch goad up front as well, but it's cut out by Kayla Whitelock. Falcons come away with it again, 3-1. 11 minutes to go. McIntyre, Whitelock and Curtis the goal scorers. Dickens coming through here. Oh, it's just snuck under Rose Tynan's stick. She'll be disappointed with that one, Sam.
It's a great little pass from Steph, and had Rose trapped that, she would have been given some speed up to the edge of the circle and a really aggressive press here. You can see all three Falcon strikers in that little 5-10 metre area, so they're wanting to keep them in that corner.
Gunson has Cotter on her. Reed. Gunson. Plays it into the foot there of Cotter. Oh, a green card's going to be shown as well. Cotter coming off for 2 minutes. Now this is an opportunity for Stacey Mickelson. Good tackle from Whitelock.
Yeah, she knew she was going to head towards that other side of the circle, and Stacey Mickelson's very, very dangerous on her backhand, so they'll be doing everything they can to keep her away from that side of the circle.
Well, that stayed in the field of play somehow. McIntyre has lost it to Moffat. And Moffat goes straight downfield. That's a fantastic touch from Mickelson. Now Lynch. Whitelock with the defending. And Lynch was playing for that free hit. She got it eventually. Kayla Reed into the circle. Lynch on it. Oh, Dorr couldn't just sneak past Roberts, who's made another really good stop there for the Falcons.
Yeah, Falcons making some crucial tackles, but just struggling to hold on to the ball. The Tridents are winning it back quite quickly and just putting them under pressure again.
Well, Cotter's still on the sideline. Remember, the Falcons playing with 10 players at the moment. See, I reckon when this happens, Sam, this is the time to pull your keeper and play 11 outfielders for the Tridents against 10.
Yeah, it has been a tactic that's been used by a few teams before.
Gunson coming forward, but Whitelock in there doing her job. Dickens won't be allowed to play that one. Mickelson tries to go around Whitelock, does so. Mickelson, there's a shot, and it's saved by Brooke Roberts. Plenty of power on that one from Katie Dorr.
Yeah, great skill by Stacey just to work her way around a couple of players, and then Katie Dorr there in a great position just to pick up that ball and get a great shot out.
Katie Dorr obviously, I reckon, arguably having her best game of the tournament in this final. There's the crash ball from Gunson this time. It's been deflected off a Tridents player though, so the Falcons survive and they're back to 11 on the field again.
You can see a very aggressive Bruce here again from the Tridents. They got Stacey on the 5 and Kirsten on the circle, so if the Falcons turn it over, they'll be in big trouble.
Nicely controlled by Kelly. Kelly around Moffat. Moffat's done really well there. And now Dickens comes forward. Getting pressure from Kelly though. Dorr. Over to McCullough. Madison Dorr. Free hit conceded by Riley Knapp. Madison Dorr into the circle, and it's still there for the Tridents.
We've seen some great individual tackling skills, not just by our Black Six players either, likes of, Aniwaka Roberts and Kat Moffat. They're making some crucial tackles. It's been a great display of defensive skill.
There's Curtis's pace on display. Shannon ahead of her. Just holds it back. That's clever play from Curtis. Whitelock. Emma Rainey. Lynch doing the defending for the Tridents, and she has it, Tyler Lynch. Penalty corner, in fact. Wow, what did you make of that call?
Disappointing, but it's just that little bit of discipline, I suppose we call it. She might not have heard the umpire blow the whistle, but you do have to be really careful around the circle. Just make sure that the ball isn't being hit away.
Yeah, Lynch disappointed there, probably more on herself than with the call. So this penalty corner has come with precisely 6:32 on the clock.
Yeah, a conversion here for the Falcons to make it really, really tough for the Tridents.
So Curtis to deliver. What will they do this time? It's going to be Hull. Just wide.
Going for that same option they scored on that first corner, I think, just with Hope Ralph trying to get the right-handed side touch there, but not quite able to get the touch. And see the Tridents taking off their keeper now, so they're throwing it all out there.
Yes, Brooke Roberts is gone, and there's 6:24 to play. So now things get really interesting for the Tridents. But Darren Smith, the coach of the Falcons, will be really happy with the way his team's defended. You know, players like Roberts and Hull.
Yeah, they've done individually and as a team. You know, I think when key players have had the ball, they've had double tackles and two players making a tackle at once, which has been really good. But individually as well, made some great tackles.
Yeah, Moraine forced to tidy up here for the Falcons. Just determined to keep the ball away from the Tridents as much as possible, but they've conceded a long corner. Here's Gunson. Katie Dorr. Can she get front on goal? But that's a timely stick from Kayla Whitelock. Lovely little pass, though, from Katie Dorr. Ivory. She's been hounded, but Kate Ivory's done really well. And is that another long corner? It is. Dickens to come forward to take this. Gunson. Now Gunson's round a player, but umpire says no, no, no.
I think she thought she got away with it there. It's good just to see her play on, but unfortunately, umpire did pick it up.
5 minutes to go. The Tridents, remember, playing with no keeper. 11 outfield players. Trailing by 2. Gunson goes around Reedy. Mickelson, one touch, back to Gunson. Here's a chance for Katie Dorr. She can't quite catch up with it.
Lovely combination play there from Ella Gunson and Stacey Mickelson. They've played with each other for many, many years. They know exactly where each other's going to be. And unlucky from Katie not to just get that final little pass. I think if they can make that final connection, those 2 goals will come pretty easily.
Of course, the risk reward with no goalkeepers. You do not want to get your opponent in the circle. And that's what the Tridents are desperately trying to stop now. Get the Falcons into the circle. Cotter takes it quickly. But that's almost conceding possession there. All eyes on the clock as well as the field at the moment, as the Tridents try and find a way back. Tynan in there trying to win it, but the ruling's gone against her. Casey Crowley. Yeah, they're taking too much time there. Tynan trying to win it off Kelsey Smith. Tynan's done well. Free.
I think the Tridents are asking for a penalty corner there.
Penalty corner, they got one. So that stops the clock as well with 3:31 to go.
Yeah, and that's great strength on the ball from Rose Tynan initially to get the ball up there. She was probably unlucky not to get the corner call, and then Kate Ivory, just lovely piece of skill, just putting it on that exposed foot of Kelsey Smith.
Well, you'd think they'd have to score here. Sam?
Yeah, if they score here, I mean, they've got plenty of time to score that final goal, but I think converting this PC will be pretty crucial to making that little comeback that they've got ahead of them.
Well, if the Falcons can defend it, we've seen how quickly play can restart again, and with no goalkeeper at the other end, that's always a challenge. As Dickens goes, and it's been saved by Barnett.
Yeah, great save from Georgia there. Steph Dickens just opting to flick it in that bottom left corner and getting a good bit of heat on it too. Tough height, but yeah, Georgia making a good save.
Well, plays back live, and the Tridents blew the long corner. Whitelock was penalised though, and here we go. What's going on here? Steph Dickens being spoken to by the umpire.
It's getting a little bit heated between teams, which you'd expect when it's a final.
Dickens. Well, that's Cotter. It's a timely stick. She's got great pace. Moffat. Cotter's got it. Look out. There are 2 players in the centre, and Cotter falls over. And now the play will stop again. I don't think there was anything bad from Moffat in there, was there? I didn't see.
Oh, I think it's just a strong challenge from both players when you're both running full speed and in close proximity to each other. It's likely that someone's going to hit the deck at some point.
So here's the penalty corner again. Good save from Barnett. That was on target, I reckon.
Yeah, on target. Maybe a little bit further to that bottom corner, but yeah, great save from Georgia.
So Connor may have rolled an ankle. Over there is a 19-year-old who scored 1 goal in the championship. Looks like she might be struggling to finish the game. 2:48 left.
Yeah, just gives the Tridents a few minutes here to settle down, work out their game plan, figure out how they're going to create, 2 opportunities in 2 minutes.
Well, they've defended really well. Remember, they've had no keeper for the last, 4 minutes.
It doesn't seem to have phased them. Sometimes it can change the way teams play and they get a bit more defensive because they're so worried about their goal. But credit to them, they've played pretty well without the keeper so far.
Dickens. Time is of the urgency now for the team in blue. Katie Dorr. Nice little stick from Megan Hull. And Whitelock tidies up for the Falcons. Bounces and Shannon has it. Outside the circle, plays a great pass. Curtis, oh, it's wide. Now, who did that go off? Oh, McCullough, or did it go off Kelly? Umpire says Kelly. So it's Trident's ball.
Yeah, unlucky there. I think if Mickey had got that on target, it would have been a 4-1 game and done, but not quite able to get it at the goal there.
Gunson, 2 minutes to go. Reed plays it towards the centre. That's snuck over the stick of Katie Dorr. Kate Ivory, who's playing further up the pitch now. She has the challenge of somehow getting it in. Oh, it's been deflected off a Falcon stick, so it still will be Trident's ball. 90 seconds. Going to be hard now for the Tridents.
Yeah, you can just hear Joe Benitez downstairs just asking the players to get the ball going a bit quicker. With 90 seconds they need to be creating as many opportunities as they can, but maybe not quite enough speed on the ball for the Tridents at the moment.
Well, it's looking good. The 3-1 scoreline for the Falcons at half-time. No goals at all in the second half. And into the circle it goes. That should be another long corner. No, it's going to be Falcons' ball. Maybe they'll want to ice the game with 1 more goal in this last minute. Not a bad tactic there from Roberts to just get it down the other end, Sam.
Yeah, just buys them a few seconds, lets them reset, gets it down the end where there's no goalkeeper, so good little option for Money Walker.
Moffat to Dickens, out wide. Dickens can't find the target. Well, it's been a game effort from the Tridents since half-time, but they've had plenty of possession. They just haven't been able to breach this really good defence of the Central Falcons, who really haven't put a foot wrong. Whitelock, Hull, Roberts. They've been absolute forces back there, Sam.
Yeah, they've defended really well individually, but as a team too. I think they recognised early on that the Tridents have a lot of good ball carriers in their side, and to be able to tackle them, they needed 2 or 3 players around the ball, which they've done really well. So credit to their defence. I think they've held up the attack.
What a beaut pass from Shannon out to Smith. Moffat's deflected it away, and it's right into the stick of Mickelson, but there it is. It's all over, and it's the Central Falcons that have won the inaugural Sentinel Homes Premier Hockey League, and they have been the dominant team through the competition, having not lost a game. Lost a couple of shootouts in round robin, but they haven't lost a game in regular time, and they've won this one with a fabulous first half performance where they banged in 3 goals, and they've got the title by 3 goals to 1. Well, it's a pretty happy Central Falcons team.
Yeah, fantastic win there from the Falcons, and I think that's been their tournament the whole time through both weeks. They've been really dominant. They got off to a good start really early on and connected really well, and we've seen some great combination play from a lot of both their younger and older players. They've had some of those younger players really step up, and those older players show their experience when they've needed to. So it's been great all-round performances from the Falcons.
Let's have a look at the stats. Shots on goal were dead even. Penalty corners, though, favoured the Falcons, and they did score from 1 in the contest. And in the end, Tridents just snuck ahead on the percentage stakes and had more circle entries, but a lot of the entries were good, Sam, but they just weren't good enough.
Yeah, I think the Tridents will be disappointed. They actually dominated the position for a lot of that second half and were able to get the ball near the circle and into the circle, as you can see, more circle entries, but maybe just not quite able to convert as many chances as the Falcons. So,
well, there we are. So the Central Falcons get the job done. It's happy days for them. Not so for the Northern Tridents. Here are the goals once more for you. McIntyre getting the first one from this penalty corner. Lovely pass from Hull. Right on the money, that one. Then the equalising goal was a cracker. Moffat with the delivery to Pearce right in front, and then Pearce just delicately tapping it home. Penalty stroke was awarded not long after to the Falcons, and Whitelock converting it, beating Brooke Roberts to her right. So that was 2-1. And then Curtis finishing off a wonderful little movement here with some authority, banging it home for the third goal. And that was 3-1 at halftime. No goals in the second half. And that was it. So 3-1, the full-time score. We'll be back to wrap it all up for you right after this.
A new home is one of life's great adventures. Sentinel will help you enjoy the journey. Sentinel Homes. Design, build, enjoy.
Introducing the new Ford Escape ST Line X. Packed with the latest features so you can get moving, do more, and go further. Now available with the Ford Assured Future Value Finance offer. Simply pick your payment plan and at the end of the term, choose if you want to keep your Ford Escape, return your Ford Escape, or upgrade to a new Ford. Easy. Ford. Bring on tomorrow.
Well, what a week. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. What a week it's been. The inaugural Sentinel Homes Premier Hockey League. Thanks for staying with us. And first of all, we'd like to thank our sponsors. Very important, of course. Sentinel Homes, Vantage, Computer Concepts Limited, Sky Sport, the home of hockey, Sport New Zealand, Ford, Lotto, Kookaburra, Wardrobe World, Educare, Shallow, Zuno, and the University of Waikato. Please give them all a wonderful hand for all the support they've given this league this year. Well, let's get to just finally to a huge thanks to Waikato Hockey. All the volunteers as well, the ball teams, the officials, everyone watching online and coming to the ground here. Thank you very much. Let's start with the awards. In fact, just before we start with the awards, let's join or welcome Ken Mapleson from Hockey New Zealand to say a few words.
Thanks, Glenn, and what a fantastic final. On behalf of Hockey New Zealand, we'd just like to thank the key sponsors for the Sentinel Homes Premier Hockey League. So Sentinel Homes, our naming rights partner, Vantage, the principal partner of the Vantage Black Sticks, and Sky TV and CCL, the major partners of Hockey New Zealand and the Vantage Black Sticks. I'd like to thank all the organisers, Declan and his team at Waikato Hockey, done a fantastic job over the last 3 weeks, and obviously 1 week to go with the final of the Men's League next week. I'd like to thank all the volunteers, and in particular the Bull Kids, who have come out in some challenging conditions, and also the umpires and officials who, without them, we can't have a good quality game of hockey. I'd like to really take this chance to thank the athletes in what's been a really challenging and uncertain year. The enthusiasm and engagement you've had with this new concept and new league has been great to see and really made it what it is. And lastly, I'd just like to thank Sir Owen Glenn for being here today. I understand a very interesting trip over the Tasman in the last few weeks and a couple of weeks in quarantine to come along and watch some hockey. Sir Owen's a long-time friend of Hockey New Zealand, one of the founding partners for the Hockey Foundation and the patron of that organisation, which funds a lot of grassroots community hockey initiatives, which we're very grateful for. And we're thrilled that this year got made a life member by our associations of Hockey New Zealand. So thanks so much for being here today.
Congratulations, Sir Owen. Thank you very much. All right, let's move on now. We've got the MVP to announce, and the trophy is named after one of our greatest ever players, Susie Muirhead, who's with us today. Susie, if you'd like to come forward and present the trophy. First of all, just a quick couple of words with you, Susie. Have you enjoyed the week?
Yeah, loving the quality of hockey in this condensed format and just the pace of the games. It's amazing hockey.
Yeah, it's been high quality, and it's a real pleasure to have you here. And let's announce the winner now of the Susie Muirhead MVP trophy. From the Northern Tridents, it's Stacey Mickelson. Stacey, if you'd like to come forward and say a few words.
Yeah, I guess for me, just congratulations to the Falcons. You guys definitely put out a really strong performance today, and yeah, definitely outplayed us out there. To my girls, well done. I've absolutely loved playing with you all this week, and guys, obviously management as well. And yeah, thank you to everyone involved in putting the tournament on. And lastly, Susie, thank you so much for coming along to present the award. I actually dressed up as you for a school dress up, so to receive an award from you is really awesome, and you're certainly an incredible black stick and someone that goes down in New Zealand history. So thank you very much. Well done. Thank you.
Well done, Stacey. 5 goals in the 4 games she played. All right, to our final award now, and after 14 matches of 2 extended weekends, we've had a lot of wonderful hockey, and it's a pleasure to welcome to the stage the captain of the Central Falcons, Kayla Whitelock, and to get the Sir Owen Glenn Trophy as the winners of the inaugural Sentinel Homes Premier Hockey League, the Central Falcons. Yes, give her the trophy. She wants it. Wonderful moment for the Central Falcons and Kayla Whitelock. All right. And Kayla, just a few words. Thank you.
Cool, thank you. Thank you to Hockey New Zealand for obviously organising and getting this underway. Obviously it's a bit delayed, but it was good to get some hockey out there and play some high intensity games with a really weird year, I guess. Also to the Tridents, thank you for the game today. We knew it was going to be tough and we had to play right to the end, and you guys really brought it to us. You know, you've got quality players right throughout, and so we had to make sure we manage you all. To our girls, well done. I think from the start, when we had our first Zoom call, we laid the foundation and you know, we wanted to try and get to this final, and we got there. And through our, I guess, our culture and what we built with our basketball theme, I think really connected us when we all spread out around the country. So thank you to our management, Verity, Kate, Henry, Danny and Darren. You guys kept us together right throughout, and we really appreciate everything you did for our team. And then also I'd like to thank Sir Owen Glenn, who's here also. I think, geez, some time ago we met up and you came on board with hockey, and we do really appreciate, and you know we really appreciate it. So it's great to see you here. Yeah. Awesome. Thanks for the crowd. Thanks for coming out. And thanks for everyone for tuning up. Yeah, it's been an awesome few weeks. Cheers.
Well done, Kayla. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, congratulations to the Central Falcons. And good luck to all the players with national selection coming up over the next couple of weeks. Well, that concludes the women's side of the 2020 Sentinel Homes Premier Hockey League for 2020. But we'll be back here on Wednesday for coverage and the conclusion of the men's tournament. We have free entry if you'd like to come along. You're in the Waikato region. The matches start at 5 o'clock. So we look forward to seeing you then for the conclusion of the men's tournament.
The Sentinel Homes Premier Hockey League is proudly brought to you by Hockey New Zealand in association with Sentinel Homes, Vantage Windows and Doors, Computer Concepts Limited, Sky Sport, your home for hockey, and Sport New Zealand. Sentinel Homes Premier Hockey League, live.